Well, I almost have this thing working. Um, few problems, but it's like when you get into programming, which I'm no genius at, but it's really, really similar to how people think. And well, it's exactly how people think. And everything has a container, a variable. Um, sort of like when you enter into a system, you're given a name. Just like when you're born, you are given a name. You're given this container that somebody's going to control you within the system. And within the system, there's a lot of if statements and do while statements, and all of these if and do while, they're all functions. And um, functions are an action. Things are going to happen inside a function. So there's statements that if you meet the requirements to accomplish the function, you can enter into the function and accomplish. You will either fail or it will return an error that okay, you entered in but you failed, um, or you will exit by saying good job. So these if statements um, are rules that you live by, that you have something you want to accomplish, and in order to accomplish that, you figure that you have to, if this happens, do that, or if this happens, do that. While this is going on, continue doing this. We all do this. We all have this mentality. Um, but you can see that you are either going to be the player in that system or you're going to be the player in your own system, because the same what is going out in the coding world or programming or banking or governments, they're all systems, they're all the same. You have that same system within the human body. That's why it seems like a lot of people that are knowing a lot of science that is helping good health also happens to be into the quantum physics and quantum computers. Um, they seem to be very, very related. That they either understand the brain to be able to do the types of programming that goes on. It's pretty wild. Anyways, using this bottled concept to work through the issues of um, being able to just do this website, because right now my brain does not function, which I can really see why. Um, just observing all of the behaviors of what would be ADHD or ADD, or what works with me, because there are problems and there's one problem after another problem after another problem, and that's just life always handles you problem after problem. And a lot of things are broken down to, well, what is it not? you know um, so whatever problems you're dealing with in your life, it's like, well, what is not the cause of the problem? Usually you're looking for the cause, because if you can fix the causes of the causes of the causes, um, then you can fix any problem, and that's mechanically or electronically. If you reverse mechanics something to see where things are going wrong, you'll fix it where the source is, and you'll always be able to solve some kind of problem. Um, so when I'm using like this bottle concept, it's first of all a recognition of you got a problem, because that is the unknown problem. Is most of the time you don't even know you're inside a problem until you're like 12 hours into it, and it's like oh, I need to stop and ask for directions. Or, it is that recognition of, oh, it's not working, it's not being really, really smooth, it's not happening real fast. And typically, when you're into programming, problem solving is, uh, there's a lot of pressure to get it done yesterday. So, to solve problems really, really fast and smoothly, management tends to really put a lot of pressure on programmers. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And programmers will just sit back and bitch about, and they think that we're going to go faster now that we're going to spend an hour of them talking about how fast they want us to work. They think that that's going to speed. I mean, it just, but then they still put pressure on themselves to be able to accomplish a job, or they lose their job. So, um, where was I going with that? It's best to just take things really, really relaxed. And one of the bottles that I have is just accept and allow. That really, really helped me to, as soon as I'm drinking out of this bottle, then it made me be aware of what is it I'm doing? Am I frustrated? Made me be aware of where it was I am in any of this. And yeah, today I had some problems, and it was a matter of getting some code to work, and then I got an error. And instead of trying to work through everything and spend hours on it, I figured, okay, stop for directions. Usually the problem is you want to be able to do it yourself, when it's like, why? There's so many, you can do it faster just asking for help. So I made some phone calls, found out it was really, really frustrating because you have to deal with just phone operators that can't take instructions. But anyways, finally got to somebody that was really going to be helpful, and told me that the type of error that was coming out couldn't possibly be from PayPal. It had to have been the server of where I'm getting my website hosted. um, so that had to ask them, and they said, yeah, it's a free hosting site and it's free domain name. So they would get spammed with a lot of pages just saying support, get paid through PayPal, and they would get, it's just a big con job, and I can see that being a possibility. So it's like, okay, now that I've got everything, looks like it's working, I got to fix that problem. And again, it's like that accept and allow, and just put it out there. So I asked the servers, like, give me a free account that has access to PayPal, and I'll upgrade as soon as everything's working, because I don't even like that free domain name, because if they get hacked a lot, which affects my website, so it's just not even a good business. It's just good to get things up and running. And they told me that they would be open to that. So um, very productive day. um, and I could see that I could have gone down this path of taking a couple of days and getting really frustrated and wanted to just drop it all and stuff. But it is more a matter of that every single problem is, first of all, you just got to accept and allow that today's just another day, no matter how bad everything gets. Because, like, I lost everything. And I can honestly say that you can be really, really angry for decades, or else just accept, okay, life threw you for some bullshit, a lot of bullshit in the world. You could get really, really angry and get even, but that has never accomplished anything. Kind of thought of that myself, but that wouldn't have been good for me, good for my kids, good for anybody. So um, I think getting even, is the better way, and getting even is live well, and just live in the path of, you know what, you fooled us with this system for an awful long time, but now we're just going to enjoy creating our own system, and we're going to be in control. We're going to just be outwit, outsmart, outplay those that are designing this current game, this current system, and design a completely new game. And I think it's a possibility, and I'm just one person that's part of it, And I think there's a lot of opportunity. A lot of people have a lot of things to offer. We just need to know how to communicate with each other and get connected, and um, not so much fight the system, but infiltrate the system and change it from the inside, by mostly not supporting, knowing what you should support and what you shouldn't support. And anything within the justice system right now, I wouldn't support, because if you support it, you support the system that's doing harm to other people, innocent people, children. They are not safer with this type of system. They're actually in more danger with the system. This system supports trafficking. Like, it's all about greed right now, and that needs to be turned around. Anyways, you still need to be able to exchange energy, and that is something human beings don't know how to do. You will not know how to barter your services for somebody else, because it's first of all, nobody knows how to sell themselves. Nobody's a salesperson. We've relied on other people to do the selling for us. You don't even know how to sell yourself or to value yourself enough to be able to feed your families and pay for your rent. Or um, if you don't own your own property, there's a little bit of a problem because you got to pay rent. So it's like there's so much more complications. The whole system has to crash, and if everything crashes, there is no food, there is no energy, electricity, there's nothing. Everything will crash. I don't think we as humanity will allow that to happen. So in order for that not to happen, is we've got to create these new systems. And I'm just offering one idea. It's a matter of you needing to know how to earn your livings in a good, healthy way. And part of what I want to do is really look at how we think and what our rules are, and base it on how well your life is and how healthy you are. On what is your life purpose? Like, shouldn't you be earning your living in alignment with your life purpose, not just part time? Your life purpose is your life purpose. It's a 24-hour, day and night thing that I think we all should be aware of. And I don't think that my purpose is to support somebody else's system where they get rich. Well, I don't. Or while everybody else doesn't have the equal opportunity. We all thought that the American dream was an equal opportunity, but that equal opportunity involved a lot of wars. You had to have a lot of wars to give other people the opportunities. You had to take over other people's economic system so that you could have your opportunity. What I'm talking about is having opportunity. Everybody has the same opportunity. It doesn't work unless everybody is in their full potential. Otherwise, you are the failure. You are the one that's really sick. So, anyways, with the system that I want to do, is offer other people the ability to earn through subscriptions the same way as I am. Um, by open discussions that, and it's not available when I first start this, but this is what I'm looking at, is once we get into um, a lot of what these so-called disabilities are, which I think are geniuses, you'll have a lot more to offer. I won't be the one that has all of the answers, but there'll be pieces of the puzzle that'll come out from people that are interested within this topic. And if you put out a private video the same way as I do, and you offer subscription to your videos the same way as I am, then they'd be able to see that, and you get paid for the advice that you're offering. And let's face it, it's sharing information. A lot of people are making money off sharing what it is that they know through books, through media. Your knowledge should be of value if that is your life purpose, is to share knowledge that you have. Other people have other things. They share knowledge in music. A lot of people are teachers in a lot of different areas that need to be changed. Um, there's a lot of opportunity in a lot of totally different fields of study, and that's what we need to unfold. I kept saying for years that when kids don't really know what they want to be when they grow up, I say that career hasn't even been created, so don't worry about it. But now it's going to start to show up, and you are the solution to the problem that you're challenged with because you know it inside and out. And this might be a way for you to share information on how to solve that problem or get connected with other people. Peace out.